Hi guys, I've got some exciting news here. My latest artwork is out. The Floral Goddess is finally complete. Watch as I review the finished work, illustrating my detailing concept. So whenever I'm working on an art piece, I pass through these three phases: the sketch, the base, and the detail. Let's look into the sketch phase. So as I always say, the sketch has to be on the dot with the minimum mistakes if your goal is to produce a realistic masterpiece. So here is my feminine face with some flying creatures around it. I won't dive much into the sketch because I've already done it already. I will make a video on sketches later on the channel. Although what I might say or add is, don't make the sketch too visible. For you, we have to use more layers of paint to cover them up, thus consuming more time and energy. The second phase, the color-based phase. This is the rough structure of the artwork. The work is not yet serious, but just an addition of fundamental colors. Where black is prominent, you put black. Where red should be, you put red. If your colors ain't enough, you can use a color that is totally different. That's another technique. A color that is totally different, right, from the artwork. Then later on add the required color. Now I'm working on the basic outlines and color base of those little flying substances. Anyone who can tell me what they are, forgive me, I'm not much of an insect scientist, but I just enjoyed the shape and look of those little creatures. If you do, please let me know in the comment section below if you know what they are. Please listen carefully. Avoid adding light colors over dark colors, white over black for instance. You may get an undesirable outcome if what you want is a milky white result. But then a lighter color is easier to then lighten up, for instance, white over yellow. The artwork is getting a bit serious as I work on the feminine features. The eyelashes need to be prominent, as well as the eyeballs. Not forgetting the iris as well. That shiny effect on the eyes is actually a very powerful effect. It changes the whole art piece. As we add more color, the artwork begins to take shape. Let's just be patient as we see the outcome as it formulates on the canvas. This point is also to my aspiring artists. Please, if possible, buy standard or quality paints. was they will actually improve drastically the quality of your artwork. A confession: I once bought some cheap paint and it seemed as if I was painting with water. So in the detailing stage, you're just adding another color on top of the base layer, therefore creating a more perfect and enticing scenery on your work of art. So the detailing phase is just playing with color. You're now just adding layer upon layer, layer upon layer to produce something which is fantastic. This is actually the easiest phase because you're actually done with everything. I also advise you to use brushes which are a bit new for smooth strokes as well as texture provision. You're almost getting there. We're almost getting to the final work. It is actually at this point that I took a break. Probably it was a week without working on it because I had reached a burnout, so I needed some rest before I began to add more details as well as more creativity on the piece of work. When adding white, use clean brushes. When I reached this stage, I wanted to give myself a medal because I had really worked. I'm now tackling the big question now. Why you should not start with details? The answer is pretty obvious, right? Because you have to remove them when adding another layer. Yes, that's correct. You have to remove them. That's the whole point. That's why you need to use layers upon layers. Then later on put the details. It's clear, right?